In our last topic, we talked about tools that will primarily be used for working with individuals. What we're going to look at in this topic is working with small groups. And there's actually 3 different types of tools we're going to look at. 2 of them are in your text, which talks about problem solving, and it talks about consensus decision making. The third one we're going to talk about is a resource on study circles. Your text has a detailed problem-solving process, which includes 7 steps. And if you work through those, I think you'll see that it's an interesting tool to use. The other tool in your text has to do with consensus decision-making. Now, as we saw in the wisdom of crowds, consensus isn't always possible, isn't always the best. But the fact is that in some of the problems that we're working through, in some of the issues that we deal with, consensus is important because that's what the group is going to expect. And the other resource I have you looking at in this particular topic is from the Study Circles Resource Center. It's called Organizing Community-Wide Dialogue for Action and Change. Now, once again, it's too long to read in its entirety for this course. However, I would encourage you to do that. But for our purposes, I'd like you to read intro and parts 1 and 2 just up to page 10. Study circles are mentioned in the text, and Donna Zajonc mentions them in her seminar, Leading Beyond Polarization. It's a widely known process, and it's a detailed process. To engage the entire community, it's best used for large and potentially controversial subjects. As you start to look through it, you'll understand the scope of what we're talking about or what they're really looking at. And once again, remember, what we're trying to do here is to provide tools that we can use. Not all of these work in all situations. Some of them might not work in any situations for you. But the more tools that we have as we approach these changes and how we work with citizens and how we're building our communities, the better off we'll be.